Stop right there. You are about to hit a wall of chaos, and it will shake you to your core. It's a moment when everything feels like it's crumbling around you, and you don't know if you can keep it together. What do you do when panic takes over? How do you find calm in the middle of a storm? Think about the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. He reminded himself every morning that the people he would deal with are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, and hostile. Why? Not to become jaded, but to stay prepared. To remind himself that external chaos doesn't define his internal peace. I control my response to every situation. Yes, let that be your rally cry. I want you to pause right now and comment, I control my response to every situation, below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Because here's the truth. Panic is an emotion that clouds your judgment. It's a trap that stops you from seeing clearly. But when you adopt this Stoic mantra, you start to see the chaos for what it is, a mere ripple in the vast ocean of your control. Remember, you are more powerful than the panic. You are the fortress. Embrace this truth, stand firm, and let the chaos pass by like clouds driven by a strong wind. 1. The fortress mindset, building an emotional stronghold. Building an emotional stronghold isn't about shutting out the world. It's about creating a space within where nothing and no one can touch your peace. Imagine yourself as a fortress. Thick walls built from your own values and principles, grounded not in solitude, but in self-awareness. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that for a moment. It's a powerful truth. Life will happen. People will disappoint you. Plans might crumble. But you, my friend, are not the storm. You are the calm center that watches and chooses a response. Every day, you'll face stress from relationships or work. But know this, your mind doesn't have to be a hostage. When someone criticizes you, breathe deep and remember, they can't reach where you truly live unless you invite them in. Their words are just echoes bouncing off the walls of your fortress. In hard moments, picture your fortress withstanding a relentless storm. See your walls. Feel the strength of your foundations. They're built from something stronger than fear, your inner discipline. As Seneca reminds us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Now, let's integrate this wisdom into our daily lives. When fear and stress bang at your doors, stand firm. Just like a Roman soldier defending the ramparts, you decide what enters and what doesn't. That's your power. Pause for a second. If you felt the power of these words resonate inside you, why not click the subscribe button? It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. And remember, it's not about the storm outside, it's about the calm within. Keep watching the chaos tumble by. Maintain that perspective. See it, but don't let it unsettle the stillness inside. That's the fortress mindset. You've got this. You're the calm in the storm, the stillness in the chaos. Hold on to this truth and let your stronghold grow stronger every day. 2. The Impermanence Insight, accepting change as a constant. You might think you know what's coming next, but do you really understand what it means to embrace change? If you're trying to hold on to the way things were, you're making a mistake that could cost you peace. Embrace this Stoic mantra. Change is my ally. I welcome the new. I want you to pause right now and comment, change is my ally. I welcome the new, below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Here is a truth. Change is not the enemy. It's the nature of life itself. Everything is moving. Nothing stays the same. Marcus Aurelius, a great emperor and philosopher, once wrote, "Observe constantly that all things take place by change." It's not the changes that disturb us, but rather the resistance to them. Picture this. You're at work. The company's restructuring or bringing in a new system. Your routine, your comfort zone, is shifting. You feel unsettled, frustrated, maybe even powerless. But hold on. What if you could view this not as a threat, but as an opportunity? The Stoics teach us that while we can't control the external shifts, we can control our response to them. Your job isn't to resist change, but to adapt your mind to flow with it. Let's dive deeper. Think of the waves in the ocean. They rise and they fall, yet the ocean remains. You are that ocean. Life's changes and challenges are waves. They come, they go. What remains is your core, anchored in acceptance. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. The more you engage with this principle, the more capable you become. You grow. You evolve. Each change becomes a step toward becoming the best version of yourself. And remember, this too shall pass. Accepting change doesn't mean passivity. It means proactive growth. It's an ally in disguise, shaping you stronger, wiser, better. Carry this forward. Recognize change as life's music. Each note is different, but together they create harmony. You are the conductor of your own life. Embrace it and make the symphony magnificent. 3. The control compass. Distinguishing influence from powerlessness. Stop doing this immediately if you want to be happy. Giving energy to what you can't control. Think about how much time is spent on regrets of the past and fears about the future, things fully outside your control. Now, imagine harnessing that wasted energy, focusing it only where you can make a difference. A controlled mind is a powerful mind. Here's your control compass. Let's explore this essential Stoic tool. The ability to distinguish what you can influence from what you can't. This is crucial. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "We are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them." Think about it. Life storms can't crash through without your permission. What if you were the gatekeeper? Understanding your control compass begins with the truth that not everything is within your grasp. You can't control other people's actions, the weather, or time. But you have immense power over your own actions, thoughts, and responses. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Strength comes from controlling your own sails, not the direction of the wind. Picture this. You're on a crowded subway. It's packed. Everyone is in their own bubble, and it smells weird. You can't make the train move faster, nor can you make it less crowded. But you can decide how you experience this moment. You can choose patience, focus on your breath, or even catch up on a podcast. That's your influence, your power. When you start focusing on what you can control, miracles happen. You become calmer, more grounded. Others might seem erratic, driven by events. You, unmoved, like a tree deeply rooted in wisdom. You'll see results in relationships too. When you stop trying to change people and start influencing by example, the world subtly shifts. Pause for 1 second. If this is hitting you, hit that subscribe button. It tells me to keep making these for you. Now, let's put this into practice. Start each day with a simple question. What step can I take today that is within my control? Direct your energy there. Notice the changes over time. It's your life's masterpiece. In every storm, your compass shows the way. It's a tool that brings clarity and peace. Keep refining this skill, become the master of your fate, and create your own future. 4. The present pivot. Finding grounding in the here and now. Stop living in the past or worrying about the future. Do you realize how much of your life slips away while you're lost in time? This is the real danger. When you're not living in the present, you're missing out on life's true essence. I act with intention in each moment. I want you to pause right now and comment, "I act with intention in each moment," below. Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Picture a man named Marcus, who wakes up every day and reminds himself, yesterday is done, tomorrow is uncertain, now is all I have. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius constantly practiced this mental pivot. He grounded himself in the moment, ignoring past failures and future fears. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you living or merely existing? Living is deliberate. It's appreciating the warmth of the sun on your skin, hearing each note in a song. Many just drift through their days. Stoicism teaches you to anchor your attention, to grip life firmly. When you're truly present, every second becomes rich with possibility. Famed Stoic teacher Epictetus said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." When you dot your thoughts on today, the imaginary suffering fades. The real beauty of life happens now. It's in the small moments. The now is your battleground. This is where your power resides. If you want to keep receiving these reminders, click the subscribe button now. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. As we wrap up, take this practice into your life. Release regrets. Resist overthinking the future. Pay full attention to where you are and what you do today. Decide how you will shape this moment. That's how you make a masterpiece out of this life. Are you ready to start acting with intention? Live it, breathe it now. 5. The perception filter. Viewing adversity through new lenses. Stop running away from challenges. You might think that difficulties are blocks, but they are teachers waiting for you. Adversity is the path to truth. This is not just a phrase from Seneca. It is a call to reframe your struggles. Imagine holding a filter to a camera lens. Dirty, unclear. That's how most people see adversity, blurry and full of fear. But Stoicism challenges you to change this lens. It's about perception. In every challenge, there is potential for growth. Your job is to see it. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Transform that obstacle into the path forward. This isn't just about positive thinking. It's about seeing the truth, realizing that the obstacle is the lesson. Real life example. Think of a relationship that's fallen apart. Painful, yes. But what if you shifted your lens? What if you saw it as a chance to grow stronger, to learn what you need, what you offer? Adversity can become the greatest teacher when seen through the right lens. Pause for 1 second. If this is hitting you, hit that subscribe button. It tells me to keep making these for you. Picture this. You're at work, facing a project that seems impossible. Stress builds. Yet, if you shift your thinking, this isn't a block, it's an opportunity. A space to innovate. A chance to show resilience. Like a stoic warrior, you step forward instead of backing down. Epictetus assures us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Perception is your shield and sword. Use it to uncover the hidden benefits behind every setback. Reframe challenges as warriors' tests, not barriers. Ready to start seeing life through new lenses? This perception filter will redefine your reality, equipping you to meet adversity head-on. Refuse to play the victim. Instead, wield this tool to rise stronger. Your new story begins now. 6. The gratitude anchor. Cultivating thankfulness amidst turmoil. Stop for a moment. If you think gratitude is just a warm, fuzzy feeling, you're making a huge mistake. Gratitude isn't just comfort, it's power. In the darkest moments, this becomes your anchor, a stoic shield in the storm. Even amidst chaos, I choose gratitude. Every challenge hides a lesson. This is your mantra. It's more than words, it's a mindset. Pause right now and comment. Even amidst chaos, I choose gratitude. Every challenge hides a lesson. Below, Do it to solidify this manifesto in your reality. Let every like on your comment remind you of this promise. Let me paint a picture. Think of Seneca, who often spoke about the need to appreciate what you have. Even in his final days, he reflected on how much life had given him. He didn't mourn what was lost. He was thankful for what he experienced. This is the essence of gratitude. It's not about ignoring the tough stuff, but seeing beyond it. Consider a relationship torn apart by misunderstanding. Instead of drowning in sorrow, see the learning it brings. Gratitude isn't about false hope, it's about real lessons. It grounds you, preventing you from being swept away by emotion and pain. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." This is gratitude in action, a conscious choice to focus on what uplifts and guides you through the dark. If this resonates, pause for a second. Subscribe to keep this wisdom flowing. It's a small action for you, but a giant step for your mind. Gratitude isn't passive, it's active, a choice you make every day, especially when life tests you. When you embrace it, you transform turmoil into a mentor. You see potential, not just pitfalls. This redefines strength, not as what you endure, but what you discover. Remember, gratitude doesn't ignore the storm. It anchors you, so you can dance in the rain. The resilient transformation. Life is like a river that's full of change. Sometimes it flows quietly, at other times it rushes wildly, challenging our very endurance. But within this chaos lies an opportunity, a chance to transform challenges into strength. This is the resilient transformation. Imagine you're faced with sudden job loss. It's disheartening, isn't it? But here's where true resilience begins. You have two choices: get stuck in the muck of despair, or use it as a stepping stone. This is what Stoicism teaches us. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Transformation starts with acceptance. Accept the loss not as an end, but as the start of a new journey. See it as a test of your character and resolve. This mindset shift is powerful. It gives you back control over your life, turning harsh reality into a fresh canvas for growth. Consider the Japanese art of kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold, highlighting the cracks. This is resilience. Your scars carry stories of strength and transformation. Embrace them. Let them shine. If life's challenges have ever left you feeling hopeless, I urge you to take a moment. Reflect on how each setback can set the stage for your comeback. This is the insight of resilience. When you view adversity as an ally, you redefine what strength means. Seneca spoke wisely when he said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Each challenge is a chance to build mental muscle. Don't shun the struggle, pursue it. Now, if this seems like the inspiration you need, take a pause. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribing is a tiny step for you, but a reminder to me to keep providing this light in your life. Finally, remember, resilience is not about surviving the storm. It's about using its power to rediscover yourself. With each wave that tries to knock you down, stand taller. This isn't just resilience. It's transformation. This is your time to become gold. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep transforming.